Hey collective, what's up? Welcome to my channel, Journey Tarot. My name is Z. What is up, everybody? I am doing a quick intuitive message here for the collective, all signs included. We are in Taurus season. I hope all is swell. Please like, subscribe, and share if you like the message and it resonates here, okay? Cool. All right, let's tap right into the energy and see what is going on, what's going down on the timeline here. Happy birthday to all of my Taurus people. I hope you guys enjoy your season, your solar return here, okay? Apparently, there's some type of emergency calls that are going out. Somebody's name could be Tony, okay? So I was getting a message here about some Crusaders. You guys had some Crusaders coming for you here, okay? These could be people who are, I'm hearing overly religious here, okay? But, you know, there's little to no God in them when it comes to actually doing the work and walking the walk here. They could have been coming up against you, what you stand for, what you believe in, maybe even like a spiritual practice of yours here, okay? Yeah, there's something here about a surveillance state here, okay? Whoever these antichrists, they're having a financial crisis here because surveillance state came out with pray for peace. You could definitely be a prayer warrior here. You could be someone who has a direct line to the Most High God, or you have a strong connection. You have a real relationship with the divine here, okay? And I feel like, you know, which is what these people lack. These people to claim to represent or know the divine here. But surveillance state, okay? Maybe they're being watched, you're being watched, maybe they're watching you here. Praying for peace. I'm going to read this card because it's very interesting. It says praying for peace does not mean ignoring injustice. It means refusing to meet violence on its own terms. You call in a higher resolution, one beyond their design here, okay? Somebody was trying to bring you some troubles and issues, some smoke in the name of God is what I'm getting, okay? These are definitely people who hide behind religion here, and they try to use I'm hearing reckoning. They try to use their reckoning here. Number one, as if it's in alignment with the divine. But it's like they tried to use this against you. Somebody wanted to come at you as if you were the antichrist here, okay? But it's truly them. That's what I'm getting here. You could be, again, you're the one who actually prays for peace. And these people could be people who, you know, they ignore injustice here, okay? They could actually be involved in some type of injustice when it comes to a personal timeline of yours here, okay? I'm just getting an energy where somebody, they don't want to talk about what they did, okay? They said, maybe even laws that were broke, rules that were broken here. They want to focus on you, how you live your life, and what you believe in here, okay? Yeah. But somebody's having a financial crisis here, okay? Somebody could have lost power, all right? I'm getting power outage here. If you've been feeling drained or, you know, just tired, lackluster here, Spirit is saying get back into nature, okay? That's a way that you can fill your cup here, okay? Yeah, so let's see what else they have to say about this situation. Again, I'm getting something about an emergency call that's going out here, okay? It says, a figure emerges. This is the Antichrist card. A figure emerges promising unity and salvation, but their motives are tainted with greed and manipulation. Many will follow believing they are serving the light. Discernment will be your greatest defense here. Child, this person could be having a financial crisis and they could have led many others to the pit. Okay, maybe even the pits of hell, you know, somebody's church. It could even be like a mega church that is like breaking down here. Greed has taken over here. Somebody, you know, they swear this collection plate, you know, it's like a a recycled thing. You know, whatever you put in, it goes into the church, it goes into the youth fund and all of this crap. And something's going on here. Somebody could be losing an entire church, okay? An entire congregation is what I'm getting. The global financial system teeters on the edge of collapse. Wealth and stability are shifting, but real value is found not in money, but in your connections, skills, and inner resources here. There's a breakdown, perhaps a collapse, okay? And I feel like somebody's going to be praying for peace for real. I want to say for real this time. Power outage. I'm telling you, somebody got to close the doors of a church here. What is going on? Or there could be people who attend this church. Maybe the church is doing real well. Okay, the pastor, the preacher, the wife, the first family, they're sitting pretty. Okay, their cabinets and pantries are stocked, but everybody else is struggling. Pay attention. Pay attention. The followers should almost reflect or mirror, the person that is leading them here. Okay. Maybe you start off struggling here, okay? Because when you're putting money into a collection plate, that's tithes. Excuse me, confirmation. That's paying tithes, all right? And that always should come back to you, okay? That shouldn't be the reason why you pay it. But it's like paying a price in regards to your faith. Your faith in regards to the divine, what God has already done for you and what the divine will do for you in the future here, okay? There's a bunch of people could be attending a church, could be a large church, and they're broke. Like some people's lights could be going off here. They could be facing hard time, okay? With this return back to nature, like somebody could be permanently camping. Somebody could be homeless here. And it's like, it's growing. And I feel like there is a group of people that's dedicated here. If it doesn't even have to be a church, this could be like people donating to someone here. A figure emerges, promising unity. Like this person could be promising these people something. I'm hearing to uplift them here. Okay, that things are going to get better for them. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And it's not happening here. Okay, the heat is off in somebody's home. I know we're going into summer, but that's just what is given. Okay, maybe the heat was off all winter. No, something's going on. Okay, child. All right, so let's see. There's a shit starter here that they're being blocked, but I'm getting like people are guarded towards this person here, okay? They came out as the hunter when these cards fell to the floor prior to me cutting on the camera. I don't know who knocked them over, okay? I don't know how they tipped over, but whatever, okay? Yeah, somebody's cursing a whole bunch of people that they're following here. That's what I'm getting. And this is a huge gamble. And I feel like this is breaking down. But, how it relates to you and your timeline, I feel like, there were some people that were a part of some type of witch hunt or persecution in regards to you. Okay? They're about to see a breakdown of their life as well as who they're following here. Okay? And then you have surveillance state. Let's see what that is about here. Pray for peace here. Okay. You ever seen somebody, conflict? Y'all please, I knew it. Wealth trap. I am telling you, confirmation here. There could be people fighting in the current energy behind the scenes collective because they have not seen the rewards. They have not seen any results in regards to their investment. Wealth trap. Somebody feels like they've been giving to a dead end situation here. Okay. What I wanted to say before that, I don't know if you've ever been around or experienced or observed someone who, they're so peaceful. They're so quote unquote prayerful, but they don't really do anything about, like they do nothing. Okay. They do nothing in regards to there being a need to take a stand. There being a need to stand up and speak some sort of truth. Like they hide behind prayer. Okay. They actually shrink, and it's not in alignment with true divinity here. Okay. I don't know. I'm picking up on somebody like that where, there's a situation where somebody needs to take a stand. Somebody needs to say something. And, they're just like, oh, we'll pray. Prayer without works is dead. Wealth trap here. So I don't know what's going on here, but there's conflict. Maybe somebody wants to know where's the church's money. Okay, what's going on here? This could even be, some investments that are tied to the church, a group within a group here. It's like a pool. Everybody put their money in here, but there's some conflict, honey. It says clinging to rigid beliefs and rejecting alternative viewpoints. Okay. So yeah, I'm glad they had me read this. You see this person, I think it's called a Habib, whatever. Conflict. Somebody is engaging in can I say, not relentless, unnecessary, meaningless conflict about not the details here. Because at the end of the day, either you serve the Most High God, you serve the divine, or you don't here. Somebody here has been wrapped up in some meaningless, like an issue here about how people choose to serve God. Okay, that's what I'm getting with this card here. Okay, and it's like maybe this person has gotten lost in the sauce about what truly matters. Okay, child, look at this again, clinging to rigid beliefs. So again, you could be spiritual here, and somebody wants to battle you, battle of the wits. They want to debate, and it's like that's not what we're doing. That's not what you're doing. Okay, you're not interested in that here. Like, it's a waste of time. Okay, it's a waste of time, and I feel like somebody has lost their way. That's for someone, because for another person, this person was always lost, and they were leading lost people to like a black hole. Okay, again, wealth trap. Treasure draws near and pursuit ends in ruin. Reassess priorities and step back from greed's edge. Okay, somebody needs to take a step back and see where they've been investing their time or money, is what I'm getting. Challenge your assumptions and engage in open-minded discussions. So this could be a situation where, somebody knows you're spiritual. They may even know that you're into tarot or crystals or the moon cycle, and they assume that you do some bippity boppity boo under the moonlight here. Okay, cursing folks here. That's what I'm getting for some of you guys. And, they have taken on this whole crusade. I'm hearing army up against you to persecute you. Okay. And for some of you guys, like, this person is a fraud. It's actually them that could be into some dark occult energy here. Okay. Because that curse card, somebody is like cursing the congregation here. They're energy harvesting here. Okay. That's why everybody that goes to that church is broke. Their lights are off and shit. Like, seriously. But this is petty. This is also a distraction here, because I don't feel like you care to battle anybody. You don't feel the need. Again, when you actually have a true connection with God, with the divine, you're content. You don't go out your way to point fingers at so-and-so and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. That's wrong. That's not God. You don't do that. Okay. If you see something that you don't like, you don't agree with it, be like, oh, okay, it is what it is. And then you go about your business here. My antennas always go up when somebody is like, using a loudspeaker or trying to get other people on board or making a lot of noise about how somebody else serves the Lord. Okay. Serves God. And that's what I'm getting here. Wealth trap. Okay. Child, please. Somebody needs to, worry about their accounts, the numbers. Something is not adding up here, because there's a financial crisis. Okay, child. Sooner or later, somebody's doors are going to be closed for Sunday service. while they're crusading against you. This is crazy. Wealth trap, child, please. And I'm getting something about a pool. Like they have something else going with some members of the church, you know? And it doesn't have to be negative. Oh, confirmation. For some of you guys, it is negative. But even that's not even going anywhere, okay? This could be like investment properties or something like that. Child, please. I'm on top of this. Okay, cage. Like keeping these individuals caged. And it has a lot to do with their mental and their spiritual. It's dangerous when you're following a fake leader, okay? It's dangerous. And the real reason why they're mad at spiritual people, okay? Because number one, they feel threatened. And the only way you're going to feel threatened is if you're a fraud. You're a fraud. They feel threatened, and they're also aware, because a lot of these preachers and pastors are aware that when you tap into yourself, when you align with your higher self, you create, or you cultivate, or you nurture a connection, a relationship with the divine that doesn't need a middleman. So they feel threatened, and they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, because church serves other purposes, okay? They're supposed to be serving the community, okay? But I see people, lights going out and shit, okay? They're in the middle of a spiritual war and they don't even know it, okay? Somebody is raging war against them and they don't know it. Somebody just sitting there looking outside the window and shit, okay? Well, you keep paying tithes. Like, let's get one more. See, this is what I'm talking about. The energy is crazy. And the energy is crazy. The Eternal Curse card came out again with the growth spell. Child, please wake up. Wake up. Somebody is using bodies, energy here, okay? For their own, I'm hearing provision, okay? For their own benefit. Look at this shit. Look at this. This is crazy. Look, attraction. They're taking. Somebody is taking people's wealth. No. No. I can't. Truth or illusions. People need to wake up. But they're about to see, because whoever this is that's crusading against you here, okay? Look that word up too. It's interesting. It has some interesting history there. They're about to go through something, okay? Their time is up for leading people down the wrong path. Look, beware of the trick, okay? Somebody's like a jester. Yeah, break free. Somebody needs to break free of this person, okay? That talks a good game. Somebody can know the Bible front and back. So, detox fell to the floor. They don't want people to detox here, okay? Detox from them. I'm here taking the blinders off. They don't want people to think for themselves, is what I'm getting. That's why they don't like, I don't know, again, I don't know, maybe you're spiritual, maybe you used to attend this church, maybe your family attends this church here. Somebody is worried, whoever you are, somebody is worried about your influence, okay? Excuse me, and confirmation. They're worried about your influence. And I feel like you might not even know this person. No one who truly has a relationship with the divine is going to be worried about somebody else's path and purpose. I promise you. Child, please. Growth spell and eternal curse. This is about to backfire. Okay, I'm telling you, somebody is energy harvesting off of the congregation here. Okay. And you probably got some people sitting in the pews saying, I don't believe in witchcraft. Child, please. You being used and abused, okay? You being used and abused. You better wake up. Somebody better wake up, okay? I don't know what else they want to say about this situation. They want me to pull from these. Child, pray for peace. You got to do more than that. Child, And nobody's perfect, right? Okay, the preacher, the pastor, they're human just like everybody else. 1950 could be significant here, okay? But, you should be seeing something. There should be something that should be increasing here, okay? Evolving, progressing in your life. Like when you get into a new relationship, if all of a sudden things start to dwindle, especially when in regards to your finances here, okay? You got to wake up, you got to pay attention. And I'm getting something like this is going on. And somebody keeps promising and promising, It's like it's to a point where they use people that are in lack. Even though the lack is dwindling as they follow this person, it's like they use that to like pull them in tighter, okay? Because they're constantly chasing after, it's like a dopamine rush is what I'm hearing in regards to whatever this person is promising. Like the return is going to be major, okay? Child, And like people are like, I'm here to take a licking. People are like beat up behind this person. Like I don't know. I feel like they energy harvest, and they also use other people's energy as a spiritual shield. Okay, in regards to whatever ritual they got going on behind the scenes, it's not good. Yeah, I can't make it up with the 9 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. We know the 9 of Wands is all about sometimes being on your last leg. Okay. On your last leg. With the 5 of Pentacles, your last dollar as well. Come on, man. And then, in people's worst time, worst hour, they're still promising something here. It's bullshit, okay? Not the eternal curse coming out with growth spell. Cut the cord. Seriously. Cut the cord. And they're raking in all the dough. Okay? They raking in all the dough. Child. I cannot. Let's see what else they want to say. Oh, child. Somebody working hard. Okay? These could be, a lot of these people that attend this church could be hard workers. Okay? They work hard. Working class here. Somebody could work in a factory. Okay? They could work long hours. Nurses, nursing support, retail. I'm hearing all type of shit. I'm hearing minimum wage. Somebody can't find work. What is going on? Yeah, their bills are past doing shit. Somebody's being blocked. Surveillance state. Five of Swords here. What is going on here? Child. The Antichrist and shit. Five of Wands. That's what I'm talking about. It's more conflict. So somebody is blowing their little carrot top here. Let's see what's going on, y'all. Okay. These are the cards that fell out onto the floor. So Knight of Wands. Somebody is going like off the rails here. Okay. Somebody is gone off the deep end here. All right. I don't know what's going on. You got the Knight of Wands and the 5 of Wands energy here. There's a lot of conflict here because I feel like people are out of pocket, okay? But that's because they could be following behind someone who has been out of pocket and out of line for quite some time. So it's manifesting in their own world. Let's get a couple more. Jeez, you could be seeing rainbows. This person definitely promised a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. Yeah, with the Ace of Coins, I can't make it up, but somebody's an effing leprechaun, okay? No. You know what leprechauns do? They're tricksters, okay? They need something from you in order to, give you the blessing. And that's what I'm getting here, okay? Ace of coins. Somebody could be fighting literally over money. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, ace of coins to the two of coins. Everybody got their hand out, okay? But they ain't pitched in. And in this fact, they have all pitched in. And nobody has reaped the reward, okay? Except for one person, and even they're about to take a fall, okay? Child? Somebody could be drinking gin and juice. Somebody could be a drinker. Yeah, the Chariot with the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's moving forward, honey. Okay, Cancer could be significant. Somebody could have just bought a new car. Somebody could have just bought a new car. And somebody else is sitting in the house with no goddamn lights. No AC. That'll cause a fight. Like, there's like one person eating. Okay? Yeah, I'm telling you. Somebody is arguing. Child. Let me get a couple more. Somebody needs to think something over. They need to think it over. Yeah, excuse me, confirmation. Maybe you're spiritual and you're doing well, okay? They could be arguing about that as well. Like you're doing well. And, you know, they said that you were the devil. You worship the devil, okay? Yeah, Queen of Swords energy here. Yeah, with the Queen of Wands here. Oh, yeah, they don't like it. They don't like it. Somebody got put in their place here, okay? Let's see what's going on. Whoever you are, you're very unapologetic here. Yeah, honey, and somebody is feeling it. I know it. Somebody got put in their place. A Virgo could be significant here, but it's just given, go to your room. You don't get any dinner tonight, okay? Like somebody is looking at themselves, and that could be a good thing. Somebody is looking at themselves. Could be something that you said or something that somebody said, okay? I'm here, and it makes perfect sense. Again, I feel like somebody tried to demonize you, okay? And that's not making sense. The proof is not in the pudding. Somebody has no proof at all. They have no proof at all. Somebody is now, they're in Two of Pentacles energy, sitting up in their room, you know, looking at facts, looking at what's right before them versus what somebody said, you know. Someone is taking some time to reflect, honey, because this Queen of Swords, whoever this Queen of Swords is, wasn't playing any games. They came out as the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands here, okay? Whoever this is, like somebody got a lot of people to turn away from you here, okay? But the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy doesn't need a crowd. They just need the divine, okay? Two of Blades with the Two of Coins energy here. Child, please. What is this? Somebody didn't want to look at something. They didn't want to see both sides is what I'm getting with the Two of Swords and the Two of coins, okay? They refuse to hear you out. And for some of you guys, you didn't specifically have a conversation with this person, but they didn't even want to, something about the way they were looking at you, assessing you, observing, perceiving you here, okay? They didn't want to give you the time of the day. And for some of you guys, you didn't care. You didn't care, but they have gotten themselves in trouble coming up against you here. Yeah, not somebody's ass is out in the cold. Child, somebody chose wrong, all right? Somebody chose wrong. I feel like they didn't have to necessarily follow in your footsteps here, but coming against you, that's where the real problem was at, okay? Yeah. Yeah, judgment. Judgment here. Somebody is somewhere having to, you know, put the puzzle pieces together. And it's in regards to finances as well, okay? Again, the divine will use finances here to get people's attention, okay? Yeah, something about Eight of Pentacles here. Oh, child. Yeah, Six of Blades fell to the floor. Somebody can't move forward here. What is this? Could be some work that backfired. Interesting. You could even put somebody's mother in their place or the first lady or something. I don't know what's going on here. Okay. Six of Blades. Somebody gets it now because they can't move forward. Something is not healed. As a matter of fact, they got sent back, they got pushed back, they got set back here, okay? This could be in regards to working with this group or working with somebody else. Yeah, it wasn't for a just cause. 5 of blades here with the 8 of coins. Yeah, no. Maybe somebody thought because they were older, they automatically assumed that because somebody was older or they were an elder that, you know, they knew better than you, okay? Yeah, but somebody was a trickster, magician energy. Show. Let's do one more. Let the devil look. Somebody done ran off with somebody's cash. That's why they're fighting with this conflict energy here. Okay? They got by the Antichrist. They got. Okay? That's what happened. Child. And the whole time, somebody made it seem as though they need to watch themselves around you. Stay away from you. Stay back from you. Child, please. Confirmation. And whoever they were following, listening to, robbed them blind. Robbed them silly. 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Money out of sight, cause fights. Like, what the hell? Child. Let's close this out. Let's close this out, honey. Well, 6 of blades in the reverse. Okay. All right, somebody is here. Look, lost wisdom. Somebody is ready to end it all here. Okay, like this person is not pushed to the edge. They're on the edge. They went over the edge. Okay, like somebody could have snapped. Collective. Somebody could have snapped behind the scenes here because they fed into some type of wealth trap here. Yeah, and they're taking a loss. I'm telling you, they're reflecting with memories here. Okay, they are reflecting. Okay, what somebody said that they would do, what they said about you. Honey. Somebody used that as some type of fear mongering surrounding who you are, what you believe in as a distraction here. Okay. Yeah. Responsibility. I'm telling you, somebody promised somebody something here. Okay. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions here. Somebody gonna have to suck it up because nobody made them do anything. Go along with some bullshit here. Yeah. I can't make it up. Move on. Somebody's got to move forward. And with the 6 of blades in the reverse here, it seems almost as if somebody's in debt. So they got to pay a toll or a tax or something. Ooh, child. Doubt. Strength. Child, please. Pearls before swine. Look at that. Somebody thought that you were the swine. No. You were being led by the swine, okay? The pearl was off doing their own thing. Okay. What? Somebody's in doubt because there's so much conflict. That's why somebody is going back into their shell. Okay. They're taking some time to reflect here. It's putting them in hermit mode because it's not making sense. There's so much conflict amongst this holier than thou religious folk. Okay. Like, second guessing yourself only leads to more indecision. Trust yourself to do what is best for you. Somebody didn't listen to their intuition here. You never know just how strong you really are until being strong is your only choice here. Yeah, somebody tried to call you out and put you in your place. Okay. There's something here like they use this divide against religion and being spiritual to isolate you here. Okay. But, you know, that was just a waste of time because whoever you are, you actually have a real relationship with the divine. Okay. It doesn't mean that you don't fall or stumble. Okay. But again, your faith got you through the day. These people are fighting, honey. Like somebody was confused as to who was a pearl and who was a swine. It's at the bottom of the deck. Survivor. Period. All right, collective. That has been a reading. Thanks for watching my channel, Journey Tarot. Bye.